You deserve to know who we are, why we built this, and what 17 years of growing and building together felt like. This is our episode 1, and we start at home.
I.
This was fun.
It's a good start.
Welcome to the marketing room. Welcome to our very first episode. Before we bring you stories behind some of the most successful brands and business leaders of the region, we thought you deserve to know who we are, why we built this, and what 17 years of growing and building together felt like. My very first guest is none other than my business partner, co-founder, and managing partner of FLC Marketing Group, Adriana Usvat. Welcome, Adriana.
Thank you for having me, Ganesh.
How do you feel today?
I feel amazing. I think, first of all, grateful. I think you're right. Prior to bringing probably clients, brands, suppliers, it's a good idea to start home where it all started. 17 years is an amazingly long journey, and probably I'll be a bit emotional, but excited nonetheless.
Yeah, emotional for me too. Adriana, let's start at the very beginning. Before Dubai, before the agency, before any of this, who was Adriana?
Probably an ambitious young girl who wanted to change the world one way or another and make history. So I'm originally from Romania. Came into the UAE in 2002. I'm coming from a country which has experienced communism. At the age of 6 or 7, I was staying at lines to buy food. So that has probably built a lot of resilience, strength, ambition for making myself a better life, and understanding that I will have to put in a lot of work to reach where I dream of reaching.
I remember you sharing a story about you had to queue up to get bread.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing was for free. So this is how I treated my entire career. Work hard because nothing was supposed to come for free.
I know. Tough times make tough people. So when you first came to Dubai, what did you think this city was and how has it changed now?
So honestly, when I came to Dubai, I didn't really know where is Dubai on the map. It was a jump into a completely new world and a new life. Dubai was not what it is today. It was much calmer, much more relaxed, but you could still feel the ambition, the potential, and the opportunity of growth.
It was less rushed those days. So looking back, do you think the city's character made you more ambitious, more resilient, and more fearless?
I think all of them at the same time, because when you see a city that is growing exponentially into a very short period of time, you start believing that even if you can be ambitious and you can deliver things, you start understanding, however, with time that not everything is going to come your valley very easy. So that builds resilience. And it makes you fearless, because once you have failed once or twice, you realize that you can still stand up and you have still wings to fly if you want to.
So when you landed in Dubai, what was your first professional lesson? Not your first job, but the lesson that you still carry today. It could be from back home also or Dubai, whichever.
That attitude matters. I think we can all be very talented and smart. If we don't have the right attitude, however, everything is going to go down the drain. It's important to have humbleness. It's important to build relationship with people, and it's important to take every new day with a lot of ambition and challenge.
Keeping the right attitude always works. Take us through your entrepreneurial journey. Take us back to the moment we decided to start the agency together. Where were you? What were you feeling? Did it feel exciting, terrifying, or completely irrational?
I've always loved risk. With age, probably I started going a little bit more into calculated risk. But the advantage at that time, 17 years back, was that I believed I have nothing to lose. And I was a little bit naive, you know. And I believed in dreams, and I was willing to put in the effort to make the dream a reality. So I think that's something which helped me. I don't really think that I felt jitterness. I knew one way or another that we will make it through. I just didn't know the real picture of how it will be done.
We were on zero, actually no, minus when we started off. There was no other way to go but up. When we started, did we know what we are building? Or do you think we were building more on instinct, belief and timing?
Well, I think that we kind of knew the North Star. I remember you are the brand guy, so for you kind of wanted to work for famous brands, and our discussion was why not to build a brand of our own rather than working for someone else's brand. So we kind of had a North Star of wanting to bring value into the market from an integrated marketing perspective. But I think along the way, like any other entrepreneur, you kind of adjust because the market evolves, you evolve, opportunities evolve, competition evolves. So there was a lots of adjustments with a clear vision of what the North Star should be.
True. So now we work with big brands and we are a known name also, yeah. So to say, touch wood. The first year of any business is always romanticized, but in reality, it's brutal. What were the hardest part that nobody warned you about that you never read in any business books?
There are lots of things. One thing is the fact that you need to multitask. I don't believe that much anymore in multitasking, but you need to be willing to do pretty much everything. Everything that you are telling today your team to do is something that you have experienced. I mean, we've been at the time and promoter booker and supervisor and constructor and chief technology person and chief delivery boy and pretty much everything. So that's one thing which no one tells you about. And I think the other thing that maybe no one else tells you about is that more than being a capability game, entrepreneurship and the journey and the first year is more about the mental game and hearing continuously no, 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 and saying it's okay if you don't want me because, if the door is closing, I'm going to find the window to get through it. So I think that's
true. Perseverance again comes back. So at that time, what did we see in the UAE market that made us believe that there was space for another kind of agency or a different kind of agency?
So we started our company during recession, right? End of 2008, beginning of 2009. During that time, first, everyone was cutting their marketing budgets, but there was still a lot of work to be done. So we looked at how do we become an outsourced marketing arm. Apart from that, in the market, there are only advertising agencies, which kind of knew how to put ideas on a piece of paper, but they didn't really know how to implement them. And then we are having promoter agencies, which maybe they could do some execution, but there was no strategic thought behind it. And I think that's the gap that we came to fill, because we had both the strategic approach, but also the execution capability and clear desire from both of our sides to deliver excellence in the market.
Yep. I still share with a lot of clients that we wear half blue collar and half white collar because we can roll up our sleeves and get it done, or look at the strategy and look at design and execution both. Yep. You were an employee before we started off. I was an employee before we started off. Going from employee to entrepreneur means losing the safety net. I remember we gave ourselves 3 months before we jumped into the game. When did the responsibility really hit you?
So as I shared, I think I was a little bit naive, from coming into this country to deciding that, okay, I would like to have a business and, the numerous attempts. And I just plunged into it. I was not really worried about myself. I think it really touches you and it hits you when you start understanding that you have on your shoulders not only your own responsibility, but the responsibility of the people that you employ. You are responsible for paying their salaries, and if someone is losing their job, what's going to happen with their families? So you start becoming responsible for your team, for your suppliers, for your subcontractors, and boy, that's a bit scary for someone young and naive. So there is the maturity game starts to play on you.
We grew up during this time. When was the first moment you felt we are actually going to make it?
I always believe that everyone can give you a chance, but it's very difficult to get someone to give you multiple chances. And reality is that what makes a business thrive or have a chance is repeat business from your clients. So I think I started believing in the possibility once we started seeing repeat orders from our clients, especially from those which at that time were very big and very, very important for us.
Yeah, we were lucky. We worked on it, probably at the right time, at the right place, doing the right thing.
Yeah. So with regards to that lucky story and why I don't discount the luck, I started believing that luck, you kind of do it with your own hands. Yes, you need to be at the right time, at the right place, but you also need to have the guts and
To have it in you.
and want to do what it takes. So
100%. Being at the right place is luck, the rest is
hard
doing.
work actually,
Yep.
or smart work. We learn in time to do the smart work also.
For anyone standing at the edge of entrepreneurship today, what's the one thing you wish someone had told you before we started?
That is going to show up everything you have in you, and the good parts and the parts which need development. Is gonna play with your ego, is going to play with your emotional side, is going to play with your ability of compromising, is going to play with your ability to say no, is going to highlight your fears. So you got to be ready to kind of go into the public and everyone to see everything pretty much.
Give it your everything.
Yeah,
There's no half measures.
there is no way.
Yeah.
It's
You
coming
can't wake
out.
up and in the morning
Even
and say
if you
no.
don't want it, it's coming out, So
Yeah, you can't wake up in the morning, I'm not in the mood today. You have to do it. Nobody else will do it for you.
Yeah, so exactly. It's one point of time when probably passion is not there, and one morning then discipline is to kick in. So
Exactly. Oh, my favorite quote. Motivation doesn't work, discipline works. We have been part of BNI, EO. Now you are in YPO. How has the journey helped you?
well, I mean, you know me very well, and you know that I'm an introvert. I find peace and clarity of mind when I'm alone. Usually, I need my private space. So for me, the full networking journey was not a very easy journey, but with time, it became a very rewarding journey because I learned something. I learned that while entrepreneurship at time is a lonely journey, it doesn't necessarily mean that other entrepreneurs don't share your story. So what happened to me is that when I started going into these networking institutions or places, I kind of realized that other entrepreneurs have the same problems, they have the same challenges, they have the same mental disappointments. They are
also
like
human.
exactly. They are human, and the other advantage is that it's. I started being comfortable with asking questions. So when you start being comfortable to ask questions, you tend to learn from others' mistakes rather than learning only from your own mistakes, which again was a very big push forward for me.
Yeah, it helps. It helps you learn a lot from others, which is what both YPO and EO says. Learn from others. Moving on to more of our partnership journey. Before we became business partners, we worked together. What was your honest first impression of me and the real one?
What hit me is that you are very calm and chilled, So I remember the first time I saw you, there was a big, genuine smile on your face. Where I'm coming from, we are not used to smiling unless we really, really mean it, and to very close people or circle of people that know us. So yeah, I think that showed me something, and then additionally, I think I also kind of knew that you are gonna challenge me, and I like that because I think that when two people challenge each other, the only opportunity is a growth opportunity.
Yeah, we had a good 2-year run before we started on.
Precisely.
And the Lehman Brothers happened, but that has been a good blessing. 17 years is longer than most marriages last. What is the actual secret to a business partnership that endures? Because most don't.
So I think there are a few things. First, integrity. I mean, we are talking values, right? We are looking at trust, integrity, which are crucial. Having similar values. Then we are also looking at understanding how the other part reacts under moments of pressure. Because it's very easy to build a partnership when things go right. It's a little bit more difficult when things go wrong. And I think we've been lucky enough to start with the wrong or with the negative side because we started during recession. And I think in a partnership is also very important to be complementary. Because as they say, if two people are alike, there is no point of two. One can do the job. So I think one of our other advantages was the fact that we have been complementary. There are challenges with that also. But as long as you learn how to use those challenges as opportunities of growth. So as long as the intentions are right, I think that's something which wins in the end.
Actually, yeah, the foundation normally is trust and probably value systems, as you said. On your point, we are different people. Where do you think those differences help the business, the relationship and the way we work?
It's not that one part can do and the other one can't do, but I think we are one potentially better at managing other things than the other, so we can focus on those things. And then I think additionally, for example, one person might be better with people, the other one might be better with finance and numbers. And I think that's something which is working very well, because there is no clash, because everyone knows the area that they should be focused on. This is not to say that strategy is not developed together, but this is to say that each of us have our own opportunity to show our strengths, to apply our innovation, and to do the things that we want to do to grow the company.
So 100%. And that's where the things balance better. So how do you handle disagreements when the stakes are high and emotions involved?
I learned how to breathe in time, and I think that the most important thing in handling disagreement is to understand that there is nothing personal. The moment you kind of separate the person from the problem, and you focus on how do you solve the problem rather than what's wrong with the person, then it can go into a constructive discussion.
Yeah, very well said. I remember it's also a Gandhian saying which says, don't hate the person, hate the act. Or if you have to correct, don't correct the person, correct the act. Going forward on the same, for someone looking for a co-founder today, what qualities should they look for and what red flags they should never ignore?
So on the red flag, clear, integrity. You need to look at how is the relationship with money with that respective person. Very important. Integrity, very important. Ability to trust, how that person reacts during moments of crisis. I think that says more about a person than how things go when everything is pretty pink. I think these are the most important things. Areas of expertise, it's important for people to be complementary. And a clear understanding based on maturity. The ability to have hard conversations, hard, honest conversations, I think it's also very important.
True. I'll add one more word probably there. Respect. Respect for each other's strengths, focus, concentrations. That also helps. 17 years. What does 20 and 25 look like?
So as you know, I'm a dreamer. So now when we look at what does 2025 looks like, I think we are looking at a regional company becoming a global company and having a global footprint and supporting our clients in other regions of the world as well. I think we are looking at building legacy, so that would mean less involvement, direct involvement from us as leaders, and more direct involvement and growth of our leaders and our goal managers. And I think for me on a personal level, and I'm sure you agree, would also mean looking back and understanding the type of people that you have grown, knowing that even if people move out from us, they move to actually build something amazing on their own. That would be a great thing if we were to look back at our journey.
That's such a fulfilling thought and journey. When you look back and see the people who left us or people who were together with us are growing or at a certain position, and it's
brings
a
a
good
smile
feeling.
on your
It's
face.
a good feeling, true, 100%. Without naming anyone, describe the best client meeting you have ever been in and what made it great.
I think a partnership with your client is something which works amazing. I think a relationship which is based on trust, on a clear mutual respect and understanding of what should be a long-term journey is something that works best. Two parties working together alongside to deliver results rather than two people sitting on different sides of the table is something that I would call a best client agency relationship.
Now the opposite. Describe a difficult client meeting and what it taught you.
Well, I'll start with the learning. I think a difficult client meeting is usually not about that meeting. It is about a misalignment in terms of what the agency or us understood that needs to be delivered versus client expectations. I think there is a conversation which somewhere was missed in terms of clear understanding, a clear definition from the client side as to, hey, what is success for me, a clear understanding of the customer's pain, and probably a lack of clarity from one of the sides. I think that's what makes a relationship difficult, because overall the intentions on both sides, I'm sure they are of growth, sorting the problem, and moving forward, right? So when these things happen, it's probably either because we didn't ask the right questions, or probably the client was not able to explain what is pain for them, what was their pain, and what success looks like for them.
Yeah, expectations to reality. So better to get it
Exactly.
aligned before. What are the expectations? What are the ROIs or results you're looking from this
Precisely, a clear understanding and how they would define success.
On the same note, what advice would you give to clients on how to get the best out of their agency?
Well, I think it's important for clients to treat their agency as thinking partners. We are here to listen, to think together, to sort problems together, to deliver results together. So if an agency is being brought in just to execute, while the decision has been made already, probably the ability of the agency to make a significant change in terms of ROI or even ROE is becoming limited. So considering us as thinking partners, working on trust, is something that will only help the relationship grow, which is going to be a win-win on both sides.
So, if I may to summarize, involve the agency in the beginning itself and not when you are planning to do the last mile.
Exactly. I mean, as soon as possible, with a clear understanding of what is the overall roadmap rather than the execution map now.
Perfect. One word to describe 17 years of partnership.
Evolution.
Awards or campaign success, which matters more?
Campaign success. I think it's amazing to have an award, but knowing you help the client go from 0 to 16% market share is something you'll remember for
Always.
the rest of your life.
Yep. The biggest lie the marketing industry is telling itself.
That attention means engagement.
A brand from anywhere in the world you wish we had built.
Apple, I think they managed to do such an amazing job at creating dual advantage. I would have loved to work with them and also to replicate their
together.
business model. Yeah.
GCC's best marketed local brand right now.
No doubt Emirates, from regional to global to being on everyone's lips. So yeah, well done.
100%. I was reading a case study a few days back between Ryanair and Emirates. One is the budget airline, the other is a luxury airline, and both are making money. One thing agencies should stop pretending.
That they think strategically at all times.
One thing clients should stop pretending.
That they involve agencies early on.
If FLC were a fragrance, what would it smell like?
Wood, citrus, coffee. Wood for being regional, citrus for energy, coffee for never being forgotten.
One thing you know about me after 17 years that I don't know about myself.
Probably that your calm optimism kept hope alive for so many people.
Fill in the blanks. The marketing room will succeed only if.
There are honest conversations happening and not only success showing.
Perfect. That's the objective. So amazing, Adriana. This was fun. We should have done this much before.
Yeah, well.
But as they say, it's never too late.
Exactly. It's a good start.
That's our episode 1. 17 years, one partnership. Thank you, Adriana, for building this with me then and also for being here now. To all our viewers, this is the Marketing Room. We are just getting started. Stay tuned.